Hello and welcome to the 1111 Portal series. And in this series, I'm creating 11 videos over 11 days from the 1st of November to the 11th. And each day I'm bringing through a message from a different oracle of the rose line. There are 11 oracles of the rose line that I channel. And today is day 5. Now, you don't have to watch days 1 to 4 to watch today's. They're all standalone. If this is your first time here, you've been drawn to this particular channeling and you might just want this one, but you might like to explore the others that I've created as well. They are all connected with the activation of the rose grid, which is happening on Earth very powerfully at this time. So I'm not going to go into the history of the rose line. I mentioned that a little bit in my first video. If you want a little bit of background, the video that came out on the 1st of November, which was a channeling of Morgana. Okay, but today we have Nefertiti, one of the 11 rose line oracles. If you don't know who Nefertiti is, well, what's most famous about Nefertiti is her bust in the Berlin Museum. But Nefertiti was the wife of Akhenaton, the pharaoh in ancient Egypt in the 18th dynasty. And she has been a very strong presence for me since I first began channeling the rose line in 2004, 2005. And I always love her energy. She was the first time she came to me, she said that she was a high priestess of sound, and as well as obviously being Queen of Egypt. But since then, she's also revealed to me that she was a high priestess of sacred sexuality. And in fact, there is quite a strong connection between sound, the throat chakra, and sexuality, the sacral chakra. And when I was doing with my group this year, the Priestess of the Rose group, we're doing a 1-year program. And in fact, when Nefertiti came through at the beginning of the year with the throat chakra, and we were talking about expression, creative expression, and actually so much of the activation ended up being around the sacral, because that's obviously where creativity happens. So anyway, today though, she is coming through particularly to do with the throat chakra. And before I get into the channeling today, just to let you know, if you're interested in these rose oracles who I've been channeling and you'd like to know more about them, because I don't talk much about them outside of my groups, I do have a membership, a sacred sisterhood membership, the Temple of the Rose. And in our calls, I am channeling the rose line beings, and I bring through a different theme. We have discussion around it. And some of the people in that membership are in a tier where they also get a personal activation that comes through every month, which is a channeling of one of the rose line beings. Sometimes it's an oracle, sometimes it's one of the other beings. And I'm getting to know them very intimately now, because I really am sharing a lot of their wisdom. And I'm enjoying doing these 11 days in a row, even though at first it felt a bit overwhelming. But I feel like I'm getting to understand their energy much better. I'm getting to feel the differences in their energy, even though they all play a role in activating the rose grid and in supporting us at this time in our activation of the rose grid on the planet, to assist in our shift into the new earth frequency, because this is what it's all about. Anyway, let me just tune into Nefertiti and see if there is anything else she wishes to share. No, she goes, just start speaking. I'm all about the throat. And of course, this morning as I was waking, she told me that the title of this channeling today would be A Call to Truth. A call to truth. If there is one thing that is really standing out as we bridge the gap, really, the big void between the old world and the new world or new earth, it is truth. And as we're being upgraded energetically and we are letting go of things, we are peeling back the layers and getting closer and closer to the truth within our heart and the expression of that truth through our throat chakra. So now let's start the channeling. Because since she just wants me to give her voice, to be her oracle, and Let's see what Nefertiti has to share with you about a call to truth. My powerful rose-line friends, and indeed you are powerful because you have this amazing tool of power, your voice. This area of your being, the throat, the expression center, has been dumbed down. It's not been allowed to be in its power. This is a part of your evolution. But now as you shift from the frequency of the 3D, 4D, 5D, the throat will find its place. The expression of truth through the throat chakra will become more and more important as that which is not in truth drops away. In fact, you will find if you go to express that which is not in truth, you will become choked up. You will not be able to release it. Now, this has been significant in the last 5 years. There has been an upgrade in the throat chakra. For some people, this required a certain illness to clear the throat chakra. For others, it was simply being on the journey to remember and to express truth, the truth of who you are, the truth of what you perceive in the world. It has been a phenomenal leap forward in the expression of truth. And I say to you at this point that there isn't one truth. Truth is an expression of your essence and the way you perceive the world around you in that moment in time. That changes. That changes as your essence changes, as your remembering of yourself changes, as you become more closely connected with the essence. That changes the expression of your truth. It changes your perception of the world around you and what you see as truth within that. Now, because you have a truth and because you are becoming closer and closer to the essence of that and to the expression of that, it does not mean that you deny another's truth. Truth comes from a certain frequency. Could be described as a level of consciousness. But it is still valid for that being in that moment. So you are not here to deny another's truth. You acknowledge another's truth. You hear another's truth. You allow them to be in that truth. And you share your truth, not with attachment that it should be embraced by that person, but simply in alignment with who you are. And in fact, all beings on the planet ideally would be expressing in this way. Here is my truth. Now, truth comes from where you are in your belief-driven journey. Beliefs change. And also you become the observer and start to see beliefs you hold that may have driven a truth. And you may choose to let go of that belief. And this is a part of the shedding, the peeling back of the layers. Oh, another belief, let go. Another belief, another belief. And as you get closer to the essence, you get closer to your truth. As I say, this has undergone a major shift in the past few years. And people slowly, slowly are more willing to claim the truth that their heart guides them to claim, not their head, their heart. And it's no longer driven by a need to fit in, a need to be part of the herd or the school of fish, as was the case in the Piscean age. It has become, or it is becoming, more important that you are aligned with yourself than with others. And in that alignment to self, you attract in others also in alignment with self. Not necessarily with your same truth, but with their truth and with an alignment to that truth. And when we can meet in that place of sovereignty, we find communion, we find community, we find something that has a foundation of truth to it. This is a challenging journey. We have had so many filters placed on our truth system. So be gentle with yourself. Be gentle in finding your voice. Be gentle in having the courage to express your truth, even when others around you may not feel it is appropriate. It is time. New earth is co-created through truth. And that truth must be found in you, your truth. Iran le pue sentuti kiran ne se kuleran ne pue akaya koram brokonde ti home kiran ne kia kosteni kiran no pesto kuran kiondan. Please share, how are you going on your journey to find, to remember, and to express the truth of who you are? I'd love to hear anything you'd like to share in the comments below. Blessings of the rose and truth to you. I'll see you again tomorrow.